Okay, Hidden Hermit here, the Hidden Hermit. I'm going to do something I've never done before. It's a little bit exciting, but lots of other people do it. I thought I'd get in on that action. I'm going to do an unboxing, and I'm going to unbox my new deck, which is the Game of Thrones deck. I do find that I need to stop saying as much. I do find that lots of people who like Game of Thrones are also into tarot, which is probably why some bright spark somewhere has come up with this idea, which is fair enough. Good for them, eh? I am also a Game of Thrones fan, although not a super fan. I've seen every episode once, I've read all the books once, and that's pretty much it. I'm not one of those people who subscribes to all the fan theories. I just like to watch it. I just like to be entertained. But here we go. This is a lovely wee box. It's very shiny. It feels nice. We've got some cards on the front there. A few spoilers, I'd imagine. Queen of Swords is obvious. Empress is obvious. And the Hermit is very interesting. I'll get to that. Well, that's very nice. That's very nice indeed. A lovely... Oh, look at this. Look at this. A nice wee hardback. It's not a little white book, it's a little brown book. It's a little brown hardback book. I like that. I really like that. That's amazing. Okay, cool. I do like these little tag things. I'm going to investigate the rest of the box. Hang on. There's going to be nothing in there. I mean, what am I looking for? A dragon egg or something? But it's very, very well made. Oh look, I've ruined it. I've ruined it already. I want a refund. I don't want a refund. Okay, well that box is ruined. I'm going to put that to one side because let's face it, we just want to have a look at the cards, don't we? We want to have a look at the cards. And here they are. Tyrion the Fool. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I mean, he was a fool once upon a time. Oh, look at that. That's nice. So this deck is going to be geared for reversals if that's your bag, if that's your thing. It's not mine, but hey. Let's have a nice little backdrop here. Awesome. Okay, let's go. I don't know how many of you have ruined a deck of cards by opening the cellophane on the actual cards. I have. My first fountain, I used a knitting needle to do this and completely put a hole in the silver lining. There is no silver lining here. Okay, so King of Coins. There's Mr. Baelish. These are nice cards. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. You see the reflection there. I don't know what is that Teflon? I do not know. But oh, they feel really nice. Really nice. Okay, so let's play a little game, shall we? I won't go through every single card. I might, who knows? Let's see what happens. But we'll try and guess what the next card is, hopefully. Tyrion's the Fool. So who do you think the Magician is going to be? The Magician is Littlefinger. I'm not a fan. He doesn't even do any magic. Fair enough. High Priestess. The Priestess. It's got to be Melisandre, right? It is. Look at that. One of my favourite characters. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, so the Empress. It's on the box there. It's Daenerys. Daenerys on a ship. On her way to conquer everything. Loving it. Okay, the Emperor. I don't know. Who's the Emperor going to be? Joffrey, maybe? Oh, it's Jon Snow. Is that a spoiler? Is that a spoiler? Is that a Season 8 spoiler? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, the Hierophant. Ah, the Spider. That makes sense. Hermit approval. The artwork's really cool. It's really cool. And the cards. I can't wait to shuffle these cards. The Lovers. Who do we think the Lovers are going to be? It's Jon and Ygritte. Well, that makes perfect sense, really, doesn't it? They're lovers on and off the screen. It's one of the loveliest... sorry about the light there, but hey. One of the loveliest storylines in season 3, 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Hermit approval. The Chariot. is Drogon. Yep, I can't think of a better chariot. Good job, good job. So where are we going now? Are we going for strength or justice? We're going for strength. We've seen them before. It's Brienne. That makes perfect sense to me as well. I love that scene. I can't remember what. Her and Podrick were beside a river. They get into a fight and she smacks some guy's sword and it just breaks. I love it. Okay, the hermit. We know this is on there. It's Bran. Now this is very interesting. Obviously I am a hidden hermit. But I identify with the person who plays Bran. Not only does he have a double-barreled surname like myself, but we were born in the same county in southwest England, and we share the same birthday. And we also kind of look the same, so that's sort of not unattractive, but kind of odd. And we have this weird sort of whiny voice. So yeah, he's a lot younger than me, to be perfectly fair. But I do identify with this guy quite a lot, and of course the hermit as well. I approve of that. I do like the fact that the raven's carrying the lantern. That's very, very cool. Wheel of Fortune. Who do we think the Wheel of Fortune is? It's a will. Okay. It's a will that you might. Oh, I like it. You got the houses here: Baratheon, Lannister, Stark, Targaryen, and that looks like a pigeon. A pigeon with a raven's tail. I don't know. I was expecting it to be that globy thing in the opening credits. I was wrong. Okay, justice. Ah, it's Ned, right? Is that Ned or is that Robert Baratheon? No, that's Ned, surely. Hand of the King there, yeah. Bless his old little cotton socks, or his fur-lined boots, whatever. Okay, Hangman. Who do we think the Hangman is? Oh, that's very cool. That is very cool. The sigil of House Bolton. That's awesome. Hermit approval. I like that. Oh, these cards are lovely. Death. Who's Death? Well, Death's probably everybody in Game of Thrones. Oh, that's awesome. It's Arya. I can't remember what that episode that's from. I think that's when she's just about to leave Bravos, isn't it? Where she whips the candle off. That's very cool. That's very cool. Temperance. There isn't a lot of temperance going on in Game of Thrones. Oh, it's Samwell. That's nice. Yeah, that makes sense as well. I like that. I like that. Samwell, I think, is one of the big unsung heroes of the whole series, I feel. And he's an awesome drummer in real life. I don't know if you knew that, but go and check it out. Okay, so we've got the devil next. That could be, again, everybody. Cersei, I would hope. Oh, no. Okay, that makes sense as well. It's Ramsay Bolton. Looking decidedly evil. You're lacking the Waitsmith image of the two people in chains. It's just a chain. You know, he's the devil. He's going to chain you up. Chop bits off of you, maybe. Huh, well, so what we got next? We got the tower. What's this going to be? Harrenhal, maybe? Okay, no, it's the actual tower. This is that's where Bran, Mira hid, and Jon was outside fighting. There's Ghost. I like it. I like it. Not a destructive tower, just a tower. Okay, the star. Who's the star? Is it going to be a star? Okay, nice. Is that Sansa? It is. Yep, Sansa with her message to the outside world. Help me. Help me. The moon. Who do we think the moon's going to be? It's going to be a moon. It's a moon on a moon. Is this an image? Oh no, it's the moon door at the Vale. That's very cool. I like that. That's not a moon. That's the ground. That's the moon. Awesome. Okay, the sun. What's the sun going to be? Maybe it's the... Okay, it's Drogon barking at the sun. That's an interesting image. I suppose when Daenerys was going across the red waste, it was pretty sunny, wasn't it? That's nice. That's nice. Okay, I totally didn't set this one up, but Judgment. An image from probably my favourite episode from Hard Home. The Night King saying, hey, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah, I like that. That's good. The world. It's, well, that's not the world, is it? It's just Westeros. It's the world we're concerned with, I suppose. Okay, well, there's the mages. Let's go through the suits, shall we? So spears is, I imagine spears is going to be wands. It would be a bit silly if it wasn't. Cups is still cups. That's good to know. What else can we have? I don't know. So swords is swords. That makes things easy for me. For all of us, surely. And coins, that makes sense too. I mean, after all, pentacles isn't really a thing. I can explain that, but I'm not gonna, because, you know, we're looking at this deck. Okay, let's have a look at the spears. The spears are the ones. We've got Sun Spear here, I would have thought. Yeah, we'll bosh through these quite quickly. Two of spears. Okay, so that's very reminiscent of the Waitsmith image of the guy looking out, plotting world domination, and that's exactly what Daenerys is doing. Good for her. Three of spears. That looks like Baelish. Is he waiting for his ships to come in, or is he like, oh, thank goodness they're going? I don't know. In the Waitsmith imagery, it is suggested that it's, you know, you've put your plans into action. So that kind of makes sense too. The Four of Wands, which is a card that's associated with my astrological decan, which usually means, you know, celebration, a completion. Let's see what that looks like. It's very similar to the Waitsmith, very, very similar. The building is lacking, but yep, there's basically going to be a party going on here at some point. The Five of Spears, which is associated with the decan in Leo, which usually means argument or strife, which is so these images are very reminiscent of the Waitsmith, which is nice. That's kind of respectful. Bit of a fight going on there. Apart from this dude, he's like, heh, whatever. Okay, victory. Daenerys riding into somewhere. This is, oh, that's nice. That's nice. So this is the Son of the Harpies facing off against an Unsullied by the looks of it. That makes sense too. I like it. One of my favourite cards, the action card. Again, very reminiscent to Waitsmith. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Nine of Spears. What's a Hangman? That looks like Battle of the Bastards. Sorry for saying a naughty word, but you know, this is Game of Thrones. Again, very, very reminiscent. Okay, the court cards obviously going to feature people. So the Page of Spears is a Grey Worm. Nice, nice. I like it. Okay, the Knight of Spears is Jaime Lannister. Queen of Spears is Daenerys. She pops up a lot. The Queen of Spears and the Empress. That's just greedy, greedy. And the King of Spears. I think I flashed him earlier. It's Ned. Ned. Sitting in the Wildwood. Is that the right word? Yeah, it was the place in King's Landing where he famously has that conversation with Cersei where she actually says Game of Thrones. That's cool. So that's the wands for you. Some cups here. Cups. Ace of Cups is a cup. And drinking horns. I like it. Or is that one cup? I don't know. Is that a cup with handles? House sigils there. You got the Vale of Arryn or Lannister. Okay, Two of Cups, which is almost the card that's, well, it's like the Lovers, really, isn't it? So it means harmony and love. It means love. It's just two cups. Oh, and you got the words that they say at their weddings. That's nice. I like it. Three of Cups. More cups. We're going for a cup theme in the cups, which is kind of fortunate. Okay, that's interesting. Isn't that an image from season 7, I believe? Maybe, maybe not. Five of Cups, which is disappointment. She looks very disappointed. Yet again, these images are very, very reminiscent of the Rider-Waite. Seven of Cups, which is a great card. It usually means, you know, the Golden Dawn call it the Lord of Illusionary Success. And you've got Bran there in his trance state, maybe having all these visions. Nice little dragon going on there. Yeah, I like it. Oh. Nice. 9 of Cups. Samwell again. 10 of Cups. Full of candles. Okay, Page of Cups is Bran again. You got the fish coming out the cup. I like it. Bran with legs, indeed. Okay, so who do we think the Knight of Cups is going to be? The Knight of Cups, let's think, is going to be loving. It's going to be that dude. It's going to be Iron Fist, isn't it? It's going to be Iron Fist. It's not. Oh, no. I believe it is. But with his armour. Cool. Queen of Cups. Sansa again. She was very idealistic in the early seasons. She's almost a Queen of Wands, I'd say, in the later seasons. The King of Cups is Jon again. Jon and Daenerys are obviously going to make lots of appearances, I would have thought. Okay, the cups. Liking the cups. Let's go on to the swords. There are a lot of swords in Game of Thrones. There's the wall. Oh yeah, look, there you go. That's Jon's sword that was bequeathed to him by Mormont. Nice, loving it. Okay, so the Waitsmith image is the blindfolded woman with the 2 swords, and of course you've got Arya here who's blind. Loving it. In Bravos with Needle and her wooden training sword. That is brilliant. That is inspired. Okay, 3 of Swords, which is a lot of people associate with the heartache, but I associate with the mind overcoming emotions. It's that brilliant image of the heart skewered by swords. Let's see what we're going for here. It's the same thing, yeah, a flaming heart though, a Baratheon heart. Again with some very famous swords here. Fair enough. 4 of Swords. This is interesting. Who is that? Is that Baratheon? I don't know. That's a sad image though, isn't it? Swords. 5 of Swords. Again, you got that sort of disappointment. Who is that? I don't know. You guys know, I'm sure. 6 of Swords. Walking away, cutting your losses. 7 of Swords. Samwell stealing that dragonglass sword from his dad, from Mr. Gruff old Tarly there. Like it. 8 of Swords. Is that finally Joffrey? It looks like Brienne. I don't know. It is Brienne, isn't it? 9 of Swords. An imprisoned direwolf. Just before it gets slaughtered, I believe. 10 of Swords. Traitor. I think that's probably pointing a sword at Jon Snow. Of course he wasn't a traitor. Okay, so Page of Swords. Who do we think the Page of Swords is? I'd love it to be Podrick, really. I'd love it to be. It's not. It's a son of the Harpy. Okay, I'll take that. Knight of Swords. It's Ramsay Bolton. Not known for his sword play, to be perfectly honest. More his daggers. Queen of Swords is, of course, Cersei. There she is. It couldn't be any better, really. I mean, Cersei is a very interesting character in that she has seen a lot of hardship, but she's also evil and ambitious. I would say so, anyway. King of Swords is the Night King. Interesting. Okay. Obviously, you can have a lot of fun with swords and Game of Thrones. Let's go with the coins, or the pentacles, or the discs. It's a coin or a disc, basically. I hope this light isn't bothering you too much, but hey. Okay, so the two coins is usually the one associated with balance and juggling. Lannister always pays his debts. Interesting. I mean, yeah, so that it is about material things, the suit of coins or pentacles. A couple of cracking cards coming up in here as well. The 3 of coins is that church that the guy from Deadwood appeared in for one episode. 4 of coins, that brilliant image of a guy holding on to his wealth, and this is it's the Iron Bank. I like it. The 5 of coins, one of the cards that has helped me most in my life, which usually means worry or poverty. Yep, there you go. There's Blind Arya begging on this outside a church or a temple, what have you. That fits with the image. I like it. 6 of coins, which I associate with charity and giving. Oh, look at that. I don't know what he's given. Oh, he's given a coin, but probably for some sort of payment. I do recognise the scene. I can't remember it though. Is he giving money to Tyrion's little consort? Maybe. It looks like he's given advice as well, which I kind of like. 7 of coins. Yep, all these are associated with work and jobs good done. Nice, I like it. 9 of coins. Okay, again, very reminiscent of the same image, but now it's Daenerys with a dragon. I think she's more focusing on the dragon. 10 of coins. Okay, so page of coins. Page of coins, you know, it's usually associated with ideas which will pertain to material health. Who do we think it is? It's Tyrion. Fair enough. I'm surprised Tyrion hasn't made more appearances, to be honest. Okay. Knight of Coins. It's Brienne. That's a surprise. Queen of Coins. It's Olenna. I'm glad she showed up. Good for her. And the King of Coins, well, we've seen it. It's Baelish. That does make sense. Much more so than the Magician, I would have thought. Okay, cool. Yeah, that Magician's bothering me. It really is. I don't associate Baelish with magic or understanding or having all the tools. But there he is, looking smarmy. Okay, I'm going to have a go at shuffling these cards. I won't be much longer. I mean, how much? I've been rambling on for 22 minutes, which is far too long. But you have seen every card. Well done. I thought maybe I could do a wee little deck introduction spread, just a minor one, while I throw all these cards around. So my overall impression is it's a lovely deck. These cards are really nice to shuffle, as I thought. The imagery is not deviating from the Waitsmith at all, really. Just putting some of that Game of Thrones imagery in there. No, I'm not being particularly serious with this spread. I have no incense burning, for example. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, beautifully made cards. It's not a completely expensive deck either. Totally affordable. It's not like, you know, the Fountain or any of the niche decks that you have to get on Kickstarter or... But it feels great. It feels really good. And that box. I do like to put some of my favourite working decks in wooden boxes and wrap them in silk, etc, etc. I can't imagine this being a working deck for me. It is a bit of fun. You are getting more and more niche decks these days. Because tarot is becoming more popular. No doubt about that. I would be very unsurprised if we would get, you know, a Marvel deck or a Penny Dreadful deck. It seems fitting that Game of Thrones is probably... I can't actually think of any other sort of licensed property that has a tarot deck. No, I can't. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so let's have just a little bit of fun with this. Let's do a wee deck interview spread. Just a 4-card spread. I'm very self-conscious of my shuffling skills here. Okay, so let's ask the deck. Who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And what's our relationship going to be like? Let's see what happens here. Doobie-doo. Who are you, Game of Thrones deck? You're the Nine of Coins. Sorry. So there's going to be a lot of good things coming from this. It may be very good at things pertaining to wealth and health. It's a very positive card. So this deck might be a little bit full of itself, but that's fine. Okay, what are your strengths, Game of Thrones deck? Okay, so that's interesting. So strengths are good for making plans. Good for making plans and world domination. Good for looking at dragons, maybe. Quite like that. Game of Thrones deck, what are your weaknesses? Oh, okay, so we've got a little bit of a conflict here with some wands going on. So maybe this deck isn't concerned with getting things done in a hurry. Maybe. And if we were to have a working relationship, what would that be like? Okay, so there's going to be oh, it might be a bit harsh, to be perfectly honest. So interestingly, its weaknesses is going to be action, and our relationship's going to be restful. That's interesting. But this was for a bit of a fun. I just wanted to show some cards for a second time. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. It is a very nice deck. It feels great. Obviously, if you're a tarot fan and a Game of Thrones fan, you're probably going to want to get this. And I suggest you do. I haven't looked at the book. Let's have a quick, tiny look at the little hard brown coat. Yeah, you've got all your meanings. I'm just looking at strength here. It does actually sort of correspond with what we already know. And the description, it does tie into the Game of Thrones lore, which is quite lost. Arya Stark is death personified. Love it. Lovely book. I like the book. There's a few spreads in there as well, which is nice. The Red Keep, Old Gods of the North. I might just try some of these just for a laugh. Not now, but yeah, that's it. I'm the Hidden Hermit. Thank you for watching. I've been going on for almost half an hour now. You're probably all asleep. Thanks for watching. Store goes live in 2 weeks. You can catch the Hidden Hermit on Twitter and or Instagram for daily draws. In the meantime, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.